Well, Luke, there seem to be so many positives from today's game, but in the end we seem to come up against a very informed Wrexham side.
Informed, out of form officials could get me in trouble. I went and see him afterwards, had half hour with the four of them and their assessor. He's cost us the first goal. It's a nailed-on foul on Tom Champion. I thought the game was a non-event to an extent. I thought we nullified them. I felt that they didn't cause us any problems. Yes, we give a load of free kicks away in the first half, but really condensed them to very minimal, and the game's changed on a decision from a referee that should have been a free kick in our favour. And the frustration is, has he had a bearing on the game? Yes, he has. He's had a bearing on the first goal. And no matter what, when the confidence is low and for your team that don't deserve to go a goal down in the manner in which we did, it's an uphill battle. And talking to him then, there's no remorse. There's no feeling for me, that dressing room, this football club. And like I said, it could get me in trouble, but I thought he was poor this evening. I felt that his game management was poor, and I felt that the big boys in terms of Wrexham come to town, and yeah, he feared it a little bit. And I'm taking nothing away from Brian Hughes and his side. I wish them all the best in terms of trying to win the league. They're very organised, well drilled, and they've gone and picked up some big points in the last 3 games. And I just felt that we were better this evening. I felt we matched them in large periods. I felt that we come out the second half and looked positive, and you go and concede a goal in that manner, yeah, it's frustrating.
Just going back to Hartlepool on Saturday, there was a lot of positives from that performance, as we mentioned, and tonight we seemed even more controlled of the game, even more positive and more attacking.
Yeah, again, look, we've lost 2-0, so defensively not good enough. I think that we didn't deal with Oswell on the second well enough. The decision making was poor. As a lone striker, and you've got the luxury of having 2 centre halves dealing with him, I think we need to be better. The manner in which we react to going a goal down, we get back on the front foot, we go and pin people down, get balls in the box. I thought the introduction again of Bradley Ash was positive. Sorbo at times was good. I think he can be better. I just feel that, like I said it on Saturday, when you're against it, your luck needs to change somewhere, but we need to take responsibility of that. We need to take ownership that we're waiting for things to happen. We need to make sure these things happen. We need to make sure that we're the ones taking the ball by the horns and taking the game to a team. What's the point of playing out a draw when you need wins? And yeah, we go without a game Saturday, which is probably my biggest frustration. I'm going to be glued to my phone for 90 minutes in terms of when the National League games are being played. So it's tight, very tight down there. It's relentless. It's going to be frustrating, upset, anguish. I can imagine is going to be an overriding feeling in the next few weeks with regards to us. But we go Bromley in 10 days' time. We need to win. Bottom line, we need to go there and win a game of football, and that's only going to be us as a group that are going to do that. Us as a squad, a club that are going to do that. And we've got 3 big days the rest of this week: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then a whole week next week, to including obviously the Hemel game, to gear up to Bromley on the Saturday.
Chances in there for us today. One that sticks to mind most of all was one for Ralston Gabriel, where he's ran through and it's literally been pushed around the post by Rob Langton's fingertips. Great
pace, great run down the side of Lawler. I felt that his first 25 minutes tonight was very good. His front play was awesome. And then we started to get bitty with regards to some of our free kicks we give them, and they started to get a little foothold in the game. But that chance stood out. I think the header from Manny Parry in the first half, the ball in from Sorbo in the second half, the handball that wasn't given, he pushes it out with the left arm, that for me and probably half the stadium can see that he's handballed it. But again, it's just decision making from the referee. But Ralston, I thought, had an okay game. I thought Idris was a little bit off the boil. I've spoken to Idris after the game. I felt that he probably played in spells as opposed to playing a lot of the game like he did against Hartlepool, like he did against Maidenhead. He's been our bright spark. So maybe that's something that we need to address with regards to him. He's got 10 days now to recover and recuperate in terms of Bromley. And for me, we need to gel, we need to get back together. We need to make sure that there's an energy come session on Thursday. We are going to be debriefing the game this evening, obviously because we don't have the luxury of a game on Saturday, so we won't do no prep work. But they'll probably see it first down where they could improve and where they probably done well. But for me, it's just frustrating because I honestly felt coming into the game this evening, you read my programme notes, that I was looking forward to it. And I felt that for 58 minutes, 59 minutes prior to their goal, that we were more than a match for a team that wanted to go top of the league. And the longer the game goes on, I believe our fitness will tell, and we could have probably gone and nicked it. And I'm fortunate to concede in the manner in which we did, and we never got ourselves back in the game, and obviously they go and get the sucker punch at the second.
Just going back to those decisions that you mentioned, when things do go against you like that, it must give the players an anger, a fire and a hunger to go and battle against it and go out there and do something about it.
I said it on Saturday. Over the course of the season, the luck should spread itself out, and at the minute I don't think we're getting a rub of the green. I don't think that we're getting a little ricochet in our favour, one bobbling off our bum going in the back of the net, and I'm hopeful in the next 12 games that's going to be the case. But like I said, you earn your own luck, and that comes from working hard and putting a shift in. Mark Ricketts has left everything out there this evening. Femi, Tom Champion, Shakesy, Idris, for as much as he wasn't positive on the ball as he has been. I'm not saying he wasn't at times, but he's given everything. Sorba's given everything. You look at Ralston coming off on the 65th mark, probably second game syndrome, where he's gone and played Hartlepool, he's gone and played Wrexham, two very tough sides, and he's probably hit a wall. But for me, they're giving us their all. It's just that we need to be a little bit more clinical in both boxes, and if we can get to grips with it being an 18-yard game in both ends, then hopefully we can win more than we lose come the end of the season.
You mentioned your frustrations at not having a game this weekend, but I'm sure you'll use that time on the training ground, won't you, and work on plenty of things as opposed to just focusing on the next opposition.
Yeah, obviously we've got 3 big sessions this week. I know I've already got it in my head what we're going to be doing because we need to improve defensively, have to, and I think that's just enjoy defending. I look at the Killy Kennedy that comes in left side centre half today, he lifts Bradley Ash within 3 minutes of him getting on the pitch, and as a centre half or an ex-full back, I used to love smashing people, and I think it's a dying art, and heading the ball and assessing danger, all them factors that we need to improve on, because even though the goal stems from Akil Wright fouling Tom Champion, there's a build up to that goal. And why have we not dealt with that? We throw the ball on Young's head, he heads it inside, Akil Wright plays around the corner, he makes a third man run, gets in the box. Surely throw it on our own player's head. So there's loads of things that we need to improve on, there's loads of bits that need to improve across the board, and that's something that myself, Cameron, the goalkeeping coaches and the staff will do and implement for the remainder of this week and the start of next week.